when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hola, amigos. How's it going?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Doing good? Yo.
What's going on, guys?
I don't know about you guys. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I get chills. That was absolutely amazing. But
powerful speech, man.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Hey, sure. If you guys are watching, you already know this. We don't care what background you come from, who you are accepted on this channel.
Family, everybody.
No doubt. It.
Exactly. But guys, big show ahead, man. You guys met Steve Urena last time with us. We also have Misty Graves joining us. But before we get into that, we are going to say hi to the chat. We're going to go over a few things. I don't know if you guys have been following me on IG. Finally got my grail. I'm putting it up. No weekly polls this week. I'm not going to show you guys what books I picked up in the week. But this one. I got it. He got it.
Away.
Yeah, so I sleep on the couch with this because my wife threw me out. That's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah, that's pretty understandable.
Thank God those slabs are easy to wipe off, hey, buddy.
Yep, exactly.
You got at least 2 weeks
I see where you're going now.
Couch life.
but guys, yeah, man. So big week for comics. I don't know if you guys saw all the talks already. People going bananas already over Hulk, going bananas over Venom. Strange Academy is already hitting some good numbers, but we'll talk a bit about that later on in the show. First, we'll say hi to the chat. So, chat, who was first? Oh, it was our boy neighbor to the north, man. What's up? Was actually just chopping it up with him right before the show. Sorry, I dipped out. Too? Yeah, I'm here now. But yeah, man. Michael Baker, man, how's it going? Thanks for hanging. Wesley.
No, Baker, you don't have to be on your best behavior. You
exactly.
buddy. You.
We don't do that here.
Just be you. Tim, I don't know why I'm here before 7:06, right? Guys, 7 o'clock is the announcement time. 7:05, 7:15. That's when we go live.
one day we'll surprise everybody and actually start at 7 o'clock.
I think that's when we'll have the least viewers ever.
I know for sure, right? Nobody will be here because everybody will be like, it's got 5 more minutes.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, man. So Miguel, what's going on, buddy?
Thank you, boss.
Yeah, we got our brother Newbie in the house, man. What's up, boy?
Newbie, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, just cruises in the house. Speaking of Newbie, I don't know if you guys caught it. Last night we did New Comic Book Day, Spec Talk, comic news. Head over to Newbie's channel, man. It's in the description. We've added friends of our channel in that description, so go check it out. Hit up Newbie, hit up Comic Ozzy. Everybody's there, man.
Because we official now.
There you go.
Almost professional and shit.
Almost.
We're like getting there. We're getting there.
Slowly but surely getting our shit together.
Yeah, I don't know about you. Just when we added the scroll at the bottom, I was like, "What? This is like CNN shit." But
we made it.
Well, now I hate it.
But yeah, man, David Mason, thanks for coming to hang out. What's Newbie saying now? It's 5 feet of snow, -18. Keys will be sleeveless. Surprisingly, he's wearing sleeves.
I had to, man. It's so cool. It's so cool. The snow's in every crevice, bro.
Bleaker, you're in that description too, buddy. Thanks for coming to hang out, man.
Like that damn Tatooine sand.
Oh, I hate sand. It's everywhere.
Uni, what's good, man? Dan De La Torre, man. How you doing? So yeah, man. Copy 801. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So yeah, guys. I'm pumped. I don't know if you're pumped. I'm pumped, guys.
Hell yeah, this is gonna be a great show, bro.
Yeah. So just to bring some of you up to speed, in case you didn't know, Steve Urena has actually been on the show prior. You can check out the previous show. We'll drop the link within the description of this video as well after the show. But we spoke slowpokes. Yeah, that sounds. Try to say that. We spoke slowpokes. There it is. Yeah, there it is.
Boom.
But slowpokes, great read. I don't know, dude. That roller coaster scene is still one of my favorites. One of my
Unreal.
favorites. Yep.
Oh yeah.
But there was that one and Zombie Date Night. This is recent. We just got copies recently, and I highly recommend it. If you guys haven't had a chance to read it, get yourself a copy, man. If you can't find one, try to find one. Hustle someone. Threaten Keys for his copy. Do what you gotta do. But,
right.
But yeah, man. So we're excited. We're going to be talking about the new project of Steve Urena with Misty Graves as well. So guys, without further ado, let's bring them in. Steve, Misty, what's going on?
How you guys doing? Nice to see you guys again. Thank you for having us on. Super appreciative of all the kind words. But this is Misty Graves' debut comic, so we got to get her in this, and we got to get some of those for that.
Oh, hell yeah!
Woo!
There it is. But guys, thank you for joining us, man. Super excited, especially to talk about this project. Let us know, man. What's going on with this project? Kickstarter. Tell us.
Look, okay, hold on. Before we jump into it, real quick. I already see what BC was doing there. He was avidly trying to avoid saying the name of it because he doesn't want to butcher that pronunciation.
Stop it.
So he wanted to pass it over to you guys to go ahead and get that out of the way.
Oh man, I was gonna mess with you too and be like, oh no, that X-Maschina. But it is X-Maschina. It is basically, it's the year 2045, and can Santa save Christmas from a robot uprising?
Beautiful.
Which is a completely valid question.
Yep.
Honestly.
Especially in 2045.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
We got some time. We got like a few, like 23 years left. So we're trying to make the most of it.
We'll be on like the 100th COVID lockdown while all this is happening. And jeez, man.
But yeah, I was just gonna say, Steve, I've noticed like a little theme amongst some of these books, with the comedy horrors. And I'm super pumped to see a holiday one. What gave you guys, Misty, Steve, the thought of putting together a Christmas themed one? Where did that come from?
Misty, let's go.
Steve had this idea for killer elves, and we put it together with one of my ideas for a computer that could tell the future. It was like a fortune-telling computer program, and we talked about it during Christmas time.
Yeah. And
the whole Christmassy vibe, I think, just soaked into our conversation and ended up being the story. It just sort of became a Christmas story. It was around Christmas time that we started talking about it.
Yeah.
And the idea was freaky elves and then a freaky ghost in the machine type situation. So
Yep, just taking the best of all worlds. So Misty was on her podcast called Long Box of Darkness, where we had to read Christmas horror comics, and I met her through that, and I was like, you know what, that would be so much fun to just write a Christmas thing or like a horror type of Christmas thing. I just feel like there's a lot of those out there, and they're very entertaining, but none where it's like Santa fighting robots. So I thought, I was like, who better than like a Clint Eastwood version of Santa to fight robots? Like I find that thoroughly entertaining, and just we started exchanging ideas, and we were like, let's just do it, let's see what happens. And it could have gone horrible, but we became really good friends through it. And just going through shout out to what was it, Google Docs. At first we just did some brain dumping. We're like, oh, what if this happened, and then like just culling it down and then smoothing out the script, and it came to fruition pretty quickly.
Yeah it was just like a conversation, like a long conversation with a friend, where you're joking around and the joke never really stops.
And we're like, what if Santa broke a gingerbread man's arm? What if Santa has cocaine? I mean, you guys are in the middle of a snowstorm. We have a snowstorm of our own in this. Just things that we hope, haven't been done before in comics. We wanted to see, play out.
Yeah. Well, I find myself doing that often, and it's organic, right? It's genuine when you're just shooting it, chopping it up with somebody, and bouncing ideas off each other. I think on so many occasions it's happened where, let's say, I'll be talking to Keys or even my own relatives. I'm like, man, we should totally make a movie of that, but we never do it. But you guys do, right? You put
Listen, write it down. You could do it too. You guys got a good crew here. You guys are super knowledgeable of comics. I feel like a comic book that you guys created, the comic Kingpins, I think it would be pretty good.
Oh,
you guys
I hope you didn't mind that we put our little logo over the.
Oh, we love it. I love that. The fact it's a collab now.
There you go. Woo! There you go.
Not gonna get sued.
I don't know. Maybe Misty might sue you. I'm not gonna.
Oh, soon.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, man. Just shedding some more light on maybe the possible release date. But we'll get to that in a bit. Kickstarter is active. We only have 12 days to back this project, if I'm not mistaken.
12 days of X-Machina. That's right.
Yeah. But guys, congrats. You hit the goal. And it was recent. I believe it was Friday, right?
Yes. Or I think it might have been over the weekend. But we hit our funding. Thank you to everybody who backed. We appreciate it. This is our first time talking about being funded on your show, which is pretty good. I think I would say. We started in December, of course, or the week of Thanksgiving. We made the announcement. And, a lot of people were like, oh, how come you just don't fund until Christmas? But we're lucky we had that extra time. So we're able to talk to people like you and talk about the story. And, Christmas is also a crazy time. So we wanted people to kind of have some time to be able to fund.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, to all the listeners and viewers, anybody who's here joining us, I highly recommend, although they hit their goal, there's packages available for digital copies, and they're so cheap. Digital copies, physical copies. Go and lock yourself one in. I'm telling you, these reads are absolutely It's totally
original. Steve's mind is a disturbing place. Okay, like he will take the most innocent things, like a sloth, and make that like alien-esque horror filled, and he'll take a date and completely ruin it in the most horrific of ways. Yeah, it's awesome. Like you think those ideas are safe.
You're getting to the reason of why I wanted to work with this guy.
Yep. I remember the first time we all got together to speak about Steve's book, Slowpokes and Zombie Date Night, which was a future project at the time. Yeah. We ended up hanging out, after the show backstage, and I couldn't. Like, it was the first question is like, yo, Steve, okay, seriously, where do you come up with this shit? Like, it's amazing. And we just started chopping it up. But
and we didn't even do drugs to do it, which is great.
Right?
See, kids, you don't need them.
Well, some of us.
It's one of those things where it's like, all right, what happens if I was smoking weed or something during this? Like, does things go even more crazy now? I don't know. But with Misty Graves, like, it's just such a great partnership, especially for somebody that I wasn't, we talk casually, but now we're becoming better friends from this. And there's no ego. It's not like Misty Graves is like, oh, put my name on front of this, or like, I'm like, oh, we need this better idea, all this stuff. No. It's just like, what best idea wins, doesn't matter who it comes from.
That is a beautiful place to be in, man.
Yeah.
Now I really want to read this like ASAP.
But yes, I agree with that mindset. Same thing here. No one cares. We're five guys having a great time. That's really what it comes down to, talking about comics. So I totally get that part of chemistry. Before we
Speaking of BC, we're a couple guys short, but did you notice?
Yeah, hold up. I'm getting there. That's where I was going. Is before we start speaking about the rest of the team, might as well bring in the guy who's just showed up backstage. Hyper Combo Comics. What's up, baby?
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. Full disclosure, I'm perpetually late. This is not an exception, so
Yeah,
That's right. Listen, it's
100%
snowing out there.
of
You
the
got
time.
the snowshoes. I get it. You know what I mean? Are you from Canada as well? Or no?
He's near me, man. We're literally 10, 15 minutes away.
You got to just dig a hole to get to his house, probably under all that snow.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
I would say normally it's 10, 15 minutes. Today it would probably take about 4 hours.
I didn't even bother
out of my street, man.
going
I couldn't
anywhere
even go to work.
today.
Yeah. I just want to bring up some comments. So yeah, how do you come up with the idea? Wesley, I swear to God, that was exactly what we thought the first time. And it was cool to see.
The first time, the second time, positive, negative. So 3 times, positive, negative, slow post, zombie date night, all killer reads.
Yep. Neighbor to the north. Murder slots. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, murder sloths.
That's my head.
Look at that. That damn ring's in my way. There we go.
Steve actually got in trouble for that because initially he had some people who love sloths. They were emailing him saying, like, how could you do this?
No way.
You know, and it's crazy too because it's crazy because I love sloths. I love sloths. And that's actually what drew me to the project initially. Like I came across it on Kickstarter and I saw murder sloths and I was like, I have to fucking get this. I love sloths. Why would I not get this?
Wait, hold on. There's a contingency of people that are dedicated to just loving sloths.
Yes. There's a during.
You didn't know this? Where have you been, bro?
People love him. He was late. He's late to the sloth game, as you can see. There are groups all over Facebook and Instagram that are like people just love sloths and they post pictures of sloths. So during the campaign, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna promote this. We'll see what happens. I don't know if this is the right demographic, but why not? They love sloths. Maybe somebody will get it. So I posted, I posted the Kickstarter with like the sloth cutting somebody's head off. And some lady got so mad. She's like, how dare you? Like, how dare you make sloths murders? They're supposed to be cute. This can't happen. This is messed up.
I don't understand why she would have an issue with them defending themselves.
Me neither. Right? I mean, I'd like to think of them as like aliens from another planet that came here and just like the gravity just made them too slow. You know what I mean? Like they're ready to kill everybody. Like
I love this theory.
Is that in the book?
I think I'm leaning towards that eventually, but we'll see.
You got a sequel.
They're like slow pop lockers.
I love that reveal.
But
amazing troll I've ever heard in my life, man. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, another troll job is I also adopted baby sloths through like a charity. Like you could adopt them and the money goes towards like a sloth conservation project in Costa Rica. So I told my mom,
I need in on this.
I was like, hey mom, you're grandma now. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, to these cute baby sloths. She was not happy about that. So
well, it's funny you mentioned that there's people that are so hardcore fans of sloths and very defensive when it comes to them too. So every week we have a segment called Trade Center, and we're gonna have you guys partake in that in just a bit. We put up trade scenarios, comic books, or other things too. You know, just to intensify the trade bait. But there's gonna be some coming up. They're gonna be themed around sloths. Horrible dates, horrible lovers, horrible all of the above.
Zombies, the whole nine.
So yeah, man, and I'm anxious to see that. Before we get any further, though, Comic Ozzy, thank you. I just saw the comment. Where is it? You just pledged to the project, man. Thanks, man. That's huge.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Nice.
What, one F-bomb? That's it? I'm surprised. We're
in the comic or in the show?
Oh, fuck. I'm slacking.
There. This is 2.
That's 2. We got 2. Die while pooping. I'd be okay. That's
dude. I've been there.
It takes a lot to poop. So it's
how long?
A week.
Oh hell no!
Damn.
Oh hell no!
That's a long way to wait for Saturday.
You're right.
That's seriously worth killing people over.
It is. Yeah.
That is not the position you want to be in while a predator is hunting you down. It's like
no, not at all.
Neighbor to the north, thank you for that. Knowing is half the battle.
Guys, speaking of the Kickstarter, I know that there's different tiers that you could also go for. I'll tell you straight up, I'm absolutely devastated that I didn't get a T-shirt one for the zombie date night. I think the T-shirts are bangers. They look amazing.
Oh, zombie.
But yeah, now the X-Machina looks amazing too. White hype. I'm rocking white. You're rocking.
I know.
White.
We're like in a boy band today. What's
Yo,
going on?
we're almost at the
Y'all are adorable.
You guys are full of
Matching
snow.
hat
It's
too.
perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
You
Daniel,
also in a hat.
we totally.
I don't know why Face is wearing a Santa Claus hat in January, but
But it's because of the whole theme.
It could be the
gotcha,
it could have
gotcha. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
really slow, bro.
We're gonna
Damn.
find out all you guys are just like bald on top. Like you take your hats off. There's just nothing there.
Bro, skullets for days, boys.
Skeletons.
Hey, so who would you say is the bigger airhead in the Backstreet Boys?
In the back.
Yes. Y'all crazy.
Are you asking between us or actually
Yes,
asking
between
the real
us.
Backstreet Boys?
I was like the real back. I was like, we could have a discussion about this if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't know any of them, so I fail.
Moonlit, thanks for coming to hang out. We appreciate
Oh
it.
wait, no, Justin Timberlake. Wait, no, oh no, he was a
That's
different
NSYNC.
one.
Oh, that's NSYNC, man.
Oh, see, I
My
didn't even know
man,
that.
all right. So I don't know him. Shit, my bad.
I was gonna say, is Joey Fatone a
No,
back?
Yeah,
that's
that's
NSYNC also.
also NSYNC.
He looks like the father of the group.
Yo,
Also, Misty Graves getting
Yeah,
a
but
shout out
he-
for the
he-
I
he-
Dream of Jeannie movie.
Sorry, I
Apparently,
totally.
Instinct's the only one that made individual careers.
Very true. Very true.
yo, shout out.
Dan De La Torre's got a comment.
Yes,
When
man.
Hollywood makes an I Dream of Jeannie movie, Misty should be cast for the role.
No, she didn't. Yo,
She really just did that.
That's how we got our comics, though.
So I love that show when I was, growing up. It was on Nick at Night.
Nick
Yo.
at night.
Half the
Okay.
chat's like, "What's I Dream of Jeannie?"
honestly,
Also, during the pandemic, I rewatched all of Bewitched. That's a
no, you
really-
didn't.
Yeah.
Yo,
Wait. So you rewatched Bewitched and
can't even
Baywatch,
know
which are very similar sounding shows, which is very funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
I'll start with Baywatched and Bewitched. No,
Baywitch. So you got to mix it
Baywitch.
together.
Oh man.
Sounds like the next comic.
yeah. Okay,
we were
speaking
talking
of,
on another podcast where it's Baywatch but with zombies, where it's like Zombie Watch, where it's they keep you away from the zombies that are hunting in the water or something like that. So
This man's a machine, man. Just right.
there you go.
kickstart that now, like right now.
That would be terrifying if zombies can actually learn how to swim, because you figure the water is the safest
safe
place
place.
from the zombies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if zombies can swim, that's because also too, if they got like cut in half or something like that, just even the top part just coming to get you,
Ugh.
very Jaws like.
That's
Yeah,
the next
'cause-
advancement. Because now
Okay.
we have running zombies, so next we have swimming zombies, and then after that would be flying zombies. Maybe.
Yeah, they haven't done
Glider
flying
suits.
zombies.
I almost feel like they've done that in Call of Duty.
They have
Oh,
flying
like in
zombies
the
Call
multiple,
of Duty.
yeah.
I think so. I feel like it's happened already. But
Man, I haven't touched the COD zombies in so long. Damn.
right. But okay, let's get back on track to the actual book.
Yes.
We wouldn't go
I
off
had
the
a
rails.
question. I had a question here.
Hey, it's good. It's good. We're having
All
a
right,
great time.
back on track.
Yep,
So in
but,
Zombie Date Night, I saw, because I had to reread it just to refresh everything. Yeah, I read it a few times, but
Awesome.
I saw that it alluded to, well, I don't want to spoil too much for those going to pick it up, but it alluded to your past work. However, there's also a panel in there in which you see a zombie Santa, because it takes place in a mall. Was that like, is that connecting all three books, or was it just like a coincidence?
So I think going forward, I want to always pay homage to the readers who come in, as a thank you, like, hey, thank you for being here since day one. And if people, know about Slowpoke, it's like an extra added bonus. If not, it's good promotion, I think. The zombie Santa was completely, I put that in there, but I did not think that we were not talking about this yet. This was way before. So I guess we kind of talked it into the universe. And I was like, oh man, this kind of ties into the next book. But no, that wasn't the plan at all. But X-Maschina, I think it just was supposed to happen. It was just meant to be.
Shoot.
Well, I will
feel
say
like with that's like the Eminem at the end of Stan. It's like, damn, it was you.
It's like you're creating your own multiverse.
I mean, maybe if people want it enough, I can figure out a way to put them all together or find something.
I was gonna say, when are we gonna see the Sloths versus zombies?
Yeah, that would be cool, but it has to be right, and it has to be, just entertaining, and it can't just be like a money grab. I want to make sure if we do something like that, it's more like, all right, this is going to be as fun as possible. But we'll see what happens. Never say never.
You have to do it true to canon, So if you have your main characters from Zombie Date Night in the X-Machina universe, they have to be like 30 years older.
Yeah, they survive. Everybody survives. Everybody survives. Whoever's still around, and then Santa exists as well. That would be
part of the roving, bands of anarchists or whatnot that hang out outside of the domes. You guys don't know about any of this. Isn't even this is for future issues.
I'm semi heartbroken with that statement. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like if that's the concept, will we see the crazy grandma with spikes on her slippers?
Oh, she abuela?
Yeah. Wait. Time out. I got a question to ask about that. So you got angry emails about sloth lovers. Did you get any angry flip-flop lover emails?
All those chancleta people roll deep. So like they were like, yeah, finally we're represented. All the Hispanic grandmas out there hitting
PTSD.
people with
oh my god!
Listen, a non-spiked chancleta is already scary enough. Now you add spikes.
Yes, it is.
I loved it. Yo, when I saw that, I was pissing myself. But please tell me she makes it to 2045.
No, man.
I don't know.
Bro. Moving on.
Stop.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Never say never. How about that? That's a good way. Never say never.
So I just wanted to ask with Kickstarter now, when should we be expecting this book to hit?
So the book is being lettered right now. We just got the first proof of it lettered. We had very minor notes. So nice. I'd say right after the Kickstarter, once the cover's done, it'll be fairly soon. It won't be that long. Zombie Date Night took a little bit longer because of the supply chain.
Sure.
So this one I think will be done fairly soon. So we're almost there.
We just have to finish up the cover and little corrections to lettering, and then put it into print. Nice. So sending it to the printer, getting it distributed. Steve knows of a printer that he likes. So
look at Zombie Date Night, look at Slowpokes, like the printing, it still looks good, especially after a year. You know what I mean? So I think we're going through that. We just got to look at the supply chain and make sure. But you will at least get digital copy before the physical copy. But we are moving as fast as we can to make sure that everybody gets that fairly soon after the Kickstarter is over.
Then
there's a lady in the house. Here she is. This isn't the first one, I hope.
No. Shit. But no.
Top 3?
Yeah.
I'll try to be more casual so everyone feels like
chill it. But yes, we tend to be a lot more.
Here we go.
Yeah, a lot more loose, but it's just I really wanted to put emphasis on these books simply because they're great reads. I highly encourage you guys going to pick up all of the previous projects, Slowpokes, Zombie Date Night, and now hopefully you guys do back up this one as well.
Listen, everything is funded, so now it's more like if you want a copy, you want a physical copy, like order, put in the Kickstarter order. That way, when we print, we have the exact number of how much to order. Because if it's a smaller print run, it's like, all right, maybe 300 or we'll see for that. But if it's more, then we'll be like, all right, we'll do a 400 print run. So go to Kickstarter now and just go check it out.
Which actually leads me to a question. But before I give you the question, I'm gonna just go ahead and highlight the comment from Tim here real quick. He wants us to highlight T's so he can show that Slowpokes book. So we're gonna do that real quick.
Yep, hold up.
And
yeah. Now, Steve,
my question while he's showing that off is there any chance in the future that fans might be able to get a hold of copies of Slowpokes or Zombie Date Night by some other means at some point. Is there any thoughts on that? Just out of curiosity.
So I think for Zombie Date Night, I have a bunch of copies. So once I'm finished with the Kickstarter orders, I just have one tier left. I think there's like 15 orders left that I got to just fill. But with Slowpokes, I think if there's enough demand for it, I will do another run, but I might do another cover because for people who backed the first one from the beginning, I think to have a nice collector's like, hey, I was the day one, you'll see this cover. But if and then after that,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then after that, there'll be like a variant cover. I think of the T-shirt. I think that would make a very cool cover too. So
hell yeah, that T-shirt is great.
Damn, yeah, I think if there's enough demand, hit me up on Twitter. I will gladly print out another run. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But you could still get a digital copy at Gumroad. I have a Gumroad at gumroad.com/Steve Urena, and all my comics are there. So they're only like $3. So if you want a digital copy, want to check it out, go right ahead.
Do it.
Well, there you go. If you're into, sloths, especially fast killer sloths, hit them up so that we can get a second printing and go ahead and just put me on the list for that because I'll definitely be down.
Yeah, I'm there too, man. That shit was killer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and again, I can't stress it enough. The merch is bomb, man. I'm so sad I missed out. Hopefully we can get some of those.
If I have any leftover Zombie Date Night shirts, I think I might have some extras. I'll let you know about that.
Oh man,
can we discuss a sleeveless copy of one of these?
Oh, stop. We're still figuring all this stuff out. I think I looked into Printful, which is very good. Like they'll make anything. I think I got to figure out how to make a store. Misty Graves has a store. Was it Misty MG Comics, right?
MistyGraves.com.
MistyGraves.com.
Oh,
I got to talk to her and see what kind of stuff she uses. But I definitely in the future, I definitely want to make more merch or more options for merch because I know people wanted hats, people wanted that stuff. I just had to I have to look into it.
I can help you.
Awesome. Perfect. I think so. But X-Maschina, our shirts done by Vertebrae 33, same person who did Slowpoke, Zombie Date Night, Santa beating the shit out of robots. We're definitely rocking that. We got a black version, we got a white version, because we got a white version for Christmas, and if people don't like white, black is black. Everybody likes the black T-shirt. So
I thought you were gonna say black for funerals.
Yeah, black for funerals, or black is also very slimming and it looks good too. So I like
the black one. I'm glad we added that. It's very metal, like very heavy metal. Yeah. Like if you want to look tough at next year's
with a Santa fighting robots
in front of my Zoom camera.
It's like the ugly Christmas sweater of T-shirts a little bit, but it's more advanced than that because it's not ugly. Like it's a beautiful piece of artwork.
Badass. Like I don't know if you could show the artwork. It's on our Kickstarter, but just Santa on top of a heaping pile of burning robots. It is, right there.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
I was already ahead of that one, man. Like, I'm a huge fan here. Hold up. Check the T-shirt. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's clean.
Right?
Oh, that's clean.
Looks like keys, right?
Yo,
we got a
jawline down.
There's no bun on the head.
Man, hey.
Talk to me, guys, about the art behind this. Who
was the artist for this?
The artist, their name is Lane Lloyd. Lane Lloyd is an excellent artist, just fantastic, great sense of humor. We got to meet them a little while back and just fantastic. Like if you just look at that art, we went through Comics Experience, which had done my comics before. And my teacher was like, oh, we have Lane Lloyd. We think that they'd be a great fit for your comic. And as you can see, you got the comedy in there, you got the horror in there, you still got like a light coloration in terms of like, so it's Christmassy at the same time. Look at that, Santa's doing cocaine. Look how fucking great that is.
Yo,
that's fantastic.
Yo, I don't know why, but the art style kind of reminds me of like the old cartoon Samurai Jack a bit.
Oh, I've heard that before.
I can see that.
I've heard that before. Lane's energy was just perfect for this project.
It really is. It just matches.
Yes, they were able to carry out the acts of violence that we wanted, the acts of action.
And look at our robot sleigh right there that Lane drew. It's got abs. If you go up a little bit, right there, it's like Santa does not have abs, but this.
There it is.
Yep, it's a six-pack.
Man,
Yep.
swole.
Oh,
So that's our villain. That's his name. His name is Slay, and that is basically Santa is tired of Christmas. He wants to give up his magic and his likeness, so he gives it away to like a Mark Zuckerberg type of character who makes an app that measures the naughty and niceness, and of course the app becomes sentient, and Santa has to fight his sour self in robot form.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
So we got another question in chat real quick from Tim Sinkovitz. He's wondering what company published these. I know he said it looks like Scout. I know it's not Scout. It's independent. Steve, do you have a company that you're, an official name for your publishing company? Or
no, maybe I should, but it's we go through Comics Experience. All these comics we own ourselves. We're completely independent. We want to make sure. I think I'm having too much fun. We're always open to listening to publishers who are interested. If they're interested in Slowpokes or Zombie Date Night or X-Machina, hit me and Misty up if you want to talk distribution. But we're having too much fun, and we're able with our day jobs to fund our own comics, which is great. And we put the money in, and then we get the money back through Kickstarter and crowdfunding, which is excellent. But that money, all that money that we raise, it goes towards the printing of the comics, and so we can create more comics. So if you like our stuff, please just keep supporting our Kickstarters or supporting our comics. Misty Graves, I know, is working on a anthology series, which is on its way. So we want to be completely independent. I love not having a boss. Like, I love just us. We own it. It's 50-50. We can distribute it. As we can see, we're able to raise the money, which is nice. Just based on talking to people and making those connections. So I love it, and it's going to take a lot for me to give it up. So always happy to listen, always open to opportunities, but we're having a blast. So we're not going to stop that unless it's somebody's able to have a blast with us, and it's a good deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's awesome, because you can tell the passion is there for it. So that's one of the best things.
If I pitch Santa doing cocaine to Marvel or DC, I don't think they. Right.
Well, hold on. DC had a character called Snowflame who basically got his powers from.
Yeah,
cocaine.
but that wasn't Santa. I mean, come on.
That's
I
fair.
can see DC doing it. Okay.
Maybe that's a greater one, but we would love the ultimate goal would be eventually, like, if they made a show or a movie or something like that, but it's like a claymation, that'd be amazing, like just for time for Christmas. We're open, but we own everything, so it'll be a fun conversation if we ever get there.
Well, that was like the MTV Celebrity Deathmatch thing there.
Yes, absolutely.
I absolutely loved those, man, and I shouldn't have been watching them at the age I was.
None of us should have.
What was that, last year?
Yeah. You want to go, man?
We're like 2 weeks out from some very young person. You are all probably also very young, but like making a YouTube video about like problematic celebrity deathmatch. They'll be like, "I can't believe people used to watch this," and then they
Jack Nicholson just hit Leo DiCaprio with a 9-iron. Like, that's great.
But I would love for you guys to obviously get picked up. We're huge, we're fans of the work you guys have. Well, Steve, that you've put out there. Now we look forward.
Just wait till you see Misty Graves. Like,
yeah,
I'm a clown. Like, I'm a clown that like somehow got this is getting bigger than I thought I'd ever get. But, like, Misty Graves is a legit writer, and like she's legit, like, just fantastic and great to work with. And you're going to see some really cool horror stuff from her in the future.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
That's a great segue into like what she's working on in the future.
Yes, I wanted to ask.
Can you give us any details onto your future projects and plans?
So I'm working on a horror anthology, and it's really based on some of my favorite comics, which I have some examples of here. these golden age.
Oh
Golden
man,
age
Face of Shame.
horror
Nice.
anthology, you know, style comics like Vault of Horror and Creepy Things, and so I'm kind of obsessed with these, and I'm kind of obsessed with. This is very, I'm like staring right at myself as I say.
I'm very obsessed with me.
Okay, hold on. There you go. There you go.
That's even more awkward because he's not saying anything. He's just.
But yeah.
But yeah, essentially my anthology is my love for these anthologies expressed in its own unique way. I've invented this character, Misty Graves. Obviously, that's not my real name, but that's what I'm writing the comics under because I just feel like it's fun and campy.
That's a badass name.
I want them to be. Thank you.
Is that from Pokemon?
Are we ever gonna get a future appearance of your cat? What's your
Yeah,
cat's
who
name?
is that? I was like, yo, who's the boy?
Right?
I can't Ming.
Ming?
It's a girl. It's a girl
I'm sorry.
kitty.
I'm sorry. Damn. I shouldn't assume.
Right? You really shouldn't.
I shouldn't.
That's funny. I always assume all cats are girls, and usually dogs are boys, like they're good boys, you know. Unless it's it's got a bow or something. But that's the way you got to put a bow on it. That works.
Fair.
I'm already canceled before I even started.
Matt, have you seen our show?
You get the cat people. How dare you misgender cats?
Oh.
He's such a sweetie. She actually she had a heart attack on Christmas Eve.
Oh no.
Jeez.
It was really wild. I got home and she was like drooling and out of breath, and I had to bring her in. It's not a very good story, but she lived because
that's all that matters. Look, she's still
Yeah,
here.
that happened.
2022.
9 lives. She looked
God.
death in the face, and she was like, "Not today."
Look at me.
look at me.
And now she's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I look forward to the future projects. I wish and I hope that eventually, these books end up distributed on a higher scale so that everybody could have access to them. For the time.
Would be cool. But right now it's been great just talking to people who love comics. It's all positivity. Like we don't want to make because you got those fans who are very like uptight and they're mean and just like shit on everything. But for us, it's like this is great. This is she got into Santa's Coke.
Oh, come on.
She was celebrating we got funded, and it got a little crazy there.
It could have been. She likes to lick balloons.
What? We had a cat, and man, they do the weirdest things. I swear to God. But then we got a golden, and man, they're dumb as hell. It's so funny.
That's a duo.
Yeah, but so like I was saying, I look forward to those future projects, guys. I'll put emphasis on it again. If you haven't yet, do take the opportunity. Like I said, there's only 12 days left on Kickstarter, man. So do go and secure yourself a copy. I know Ozzy, who's in the chat right now, just did so. I highly encourage it. Do it, and yeah, man. C'est ça, man. That's it for me. So, guys,
that was French, by the way.
That was French.
We're trying to add a little bit more culture to our
fancy now.
Listen, I gotta say, on Martin Luther King Day, this is a pretty diverse group of people who likes comics. We got people from Canada. I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Chinese. Misty is white as hell. It's great. Whiter than Christmas. It's great.
Faces and avatar.
I
guarantee needs to be.
I guarantee you in about 15 seconds you will see Comic Ozzy dropping the emoji any second. It's coming. Yeah.
Right, the hand.
But yeah, guys, so it's been a pleasure. I don't know if you have anything else you would like to say related to the books, because I'm looking forward to jumping into the next segment with you guys.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, on Trade Center.
This is going to be fun.
It's going to be a shit show.
It always is.
Yeah, just check it out.
Yeah, check out the comic. We thought about really messed up ways to kill people in the holiday spirit, so you're going to see some of that in here.
Yeah.
we got T-shirts. We got Misty Graves made Christmas cards, so that's part of that. She's a very talented artist as well as a writer. So you can see some of that. We got T-shirts, posters, Christmas cards. We got a podcast. We're gonna talk about the making of X-Machina in there. Just a little bit of everything. So please check it out. We hope you enjoy it as well.
Oh yeah.
I will say this about Zombies Date Night, because I think I read it with the wrong. I was thinking that the whole story was self-contained, right? So I'm reading it and I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, I'm near the end. And I'm like, okay, the payoff is gonna come pretty quick. And then I'm thinking like, oh, shit, that's a cliffhanger. So it's like, so then I'm asking like Keys and everyone like, okay, so when's the next one coming out? It's like, yeah,
it was a blue ball move, man. It was
there will be a zombie
move.
too. I am in the process of thinking out ideas. I've been listening to the response of seeing what people like, what people don't like, and just kind of figuring it out from there. But I try to write them as quickly as possible, or not as quickly as possible. Like I'm just not giving a fuck. But
no,
like,
but look, it's
trying to get to you.
But no, it's a testament to how well the story is. Because I mean, like the fact that you want them wanting more, right?
We want part 2, damn it!
Oh, yeah.
We want part 2.
But it's funny with Slowpokes, people are like, "Oh, I want more." So I was like, "Okay, that means that there could be a Slowpokes too, which is great." But with Zombie Date Night, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to give them 32 pages. Hopefully that's enough." And they're like, "We want more." I was like, "Okay, then I guess I got to keep this stuff going."
Well, especially the way you ended it. I mean,
yeah.
you gotta.
I got to. I will never just like disappear, and I'm not going to do that. I will never disappear and be like, "Oh, you have this cliffhanger." That's it. Like I'm not going to do that to anybody.
We know where you live, sort of.
Yeah.
You said Puerto Rico, China. It's like, okay, so there's like 3 countries I'd have to visit to kind of find you at this point.
Yeah, to find the DNA, the 23andMe type of thing.
Hyper's gonna look like Doctor Strange when he's looking for.
I'm gonna get a knock at the door. It's like, where's my Zombie Date Night 2? Goddamn.
But
yeah, like tradition with zombie stuff to leave it hanging.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like an apocalypse, so you don't know. Like, I guess writers are like, well, how do we wrap this up? I don't know.
Zombie Date Night, though, I do have an end in mind. Slowpokes, I want to go as far as I can for as long as I can, because killer sloths, like, why not? Like, if we could do mecha sloths somehow or something like that, like it's got to
absolutely do it.
Yeah, dude, I totally see Slowpokes taking off into like different territories. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much possibility there.
Oh, I got it. Zombie sloths.
Zombie sloths would be cool too.
That seems like a natural progression.
Figure that out.
Of course.
I've been very lucky that people are responding very positively to all these things, and I can't wait for you guys to see X-Machina, because like Slowpokes, I was like, this is crazy. Zombie Date Night, it's crazier, but it's more, it's less. I guess it's a little bit more. I think it's better than Slowpokes. Not that it's bad. That Slowpokes is bad. It's just a different type of style. I guess that's a way to say it. Like a more storytelling based, totally. Than like Slowpokes is like, right, here's killer sloths, go to town. X-Machina is a combination of both, where me and Misty were just talking about the world and building the world. And at first we were like, oh, say we'll just do Santa versus robots. It's visually interesting. And then as we went on, we're like, no, this has to take place in the year 2045, and then this is happening, and then there's no snow because of global warming. Like, just like all this stuff that came to fruition. It just, I think this is the craziest thing I've ever written to now, and then it's awesome. Like, I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
But, for Zombie Date Night, did you get a bit of like some of that influence from the old George Romero? What is it, Dawn of the Dead? Because that also kind of takes place in the mall, right? Not the reboot, but the actual.
That is definitely a homage to that. Love that movie. And just trying to, I mean, who doesn't love zombie movies? Like, we all grew up watching tons of different versions of zombies. During the Kickstarter for that, I even did every Thursday, like, we would watch a different zombie movie that we maybe haven't seen before. So there were some good ones on there on Netflix. Like, there's one called Dead Set, where it's like a reality show. I think they're filming Big Brother, and like a zombie outbreak happens during the filming. So I love it, and I hope to pay homage to other zombie type of things while kind of creating my own stuff as well.
But Misty, you did bring up a good point before about how with zombie stories, it's sometimes hard to figure out what the end game is, because I've been watching The Walking Dead for like, I don't know how many seasons are on, and I'm still wondering how the hell are they going to end, because apparently this season is the final season, so I'm curious how that's
finally
gonna.
gonna end it. That's so exciting.
Right?
Yeah, but it's the final season of the show. It's not. Yeah, it's not done with the story. There's more shows, more movies coming.
Oh right, spin-offs. Yeah, I forgot about this.
God, just end it.
Yeah. Walking Dead.
I like stopped watching that show because I was so depressed because I was like, this.
What was it? The Glenn thing?
We're just gonna keep. I'm just gonna keep getting attached to people, and they're just gonna keep dying. And it's never
I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I watch like zombie stuff, I get hungry for like barbecue. Like I'm just like,
Crazy, crazy. Vancouver, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Guy Forge, what's up? But yeah, man, barbecue. Watching
Empire's in the house too.
I just got.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Yo, Empire. What's up, man?
Oh, I crave Popeyes after I watch it. Well, I crave Popeyes whenever. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
See, I knew Popeyes was gonna come up.
Yeah, very sadly, because we live in Quebec, in Canada, so we don't have fucking Popeyes.
It's pretty much a whole other country.
I'm gonna, you know what? When you guys order comics, I'm gonna just put some Popeyes in the package.
Slide that.
I will be like
gonna snatch that so quick.
Fuck that, man.
No matter which tier you put that in, I'll back that tier. He's going to get Popeyes right now.
He just left.
Oh, there he goes. Oh my.
He'll be back.
Oh, but you don't get Popeyes where I live, but there is none in Wisconsin. At least in the northeast area where I am. I
didn't realize there's certain states that were deprived.
Yeah, I didn't know that too. I thought it was like your thing was fast food and stuff.
Well, I think it's regional. I think it's regional, and it might be towards the south, but there might be. Let me see where the nearest one is. I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, most of them are towards the south. I think is where they kind of originated, but they've expanded. I mean, I know they're up the East Coast now, at least. I think they're on the West Coast too. So it's probably
southern
more
Canada.
Midwest area.
Got it. We got loads down here.
All right, so I guess I know where to visit in the States. I'll just go to the
Misty,
Bible Belt.
I want to ask you a question. So this is your first comic book, yes?
Yes.
All right.
How did you find the process?
Hold on. We lost Steve.
Oh, you're back.
How would I?
How did you find the process? Like, was it daunting? Were you like a little nervous? Did it take longer than you expected? Like,
well, so that's a great question because it was my first. So obviously, doing something for the first time is usually pretty scary because you've never done it before, and you're like, oh gosh, what if I'm terrible? What if it's too hard? Luckily, working with Steve, he was so positive the whole time. So it was wonderful to have just like a writing partner through it. But I will say that it mirrored a lot of other artistic processes that artists do, So what you do is you kind of like brainstorm, you get all of your ideas, you put them all in a mess, like a big pile, and then you take those ideas and you sort through them, you put them in an order. I'm also kind of a very orderly person, so we had spreadsheets going. There was the Google Docs. We have like the plot kind of mapped out. So you have your rising action, your conflict, your climax, your falling action, your resolution. So you kind of try to work around the structure of a story.
Sorry, my computer was not plugged in. I apologize.
Oh my gosh!
No worries.
So I'm talking about the process of writing.
Go for it. Listen, this is your time to shit on me. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
I was basically carrying the whole entire project with Steve behind me, just trying to drag it down. So just a lot of rough drafting. You write out everything, all your mistakes, just get it all out on the page, and then you go through and you comb through and you take out things that aren't necessary, things that aren't funny, things that you start punching it up. You start going through, reading it. How can I make this funnier? How can I make this more true to somebody's character? I feel like this character would say something in a little bit of a different way. So you start kind of carving it out like a sculpture out of marble, So you just do that, but with words and sentences and like story structure. So that's kind of how it happens. And Google Docs.
Yeah, Google Docs and just doing the voices too. Like, oh, I think this sounds like this, or I think this should sound like this. And it was just a blast. Like just working with Misty is so much fun. And I'm so glad that we're funded because that means that there could be another X-Machina, coming up after, it could be our own holiday tradition. And if people enjoy the story, we could just keep going and going until we figure out what the end game is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I just want to point out a conversation taking place in the chat, guys. I can't stop hearing Adam Sandler's voice as
Popeye's chicken is the shit, isn't it?
right. But get in the flash,
Adrian. Get in the flask. Adrian.
It's funny because in the heads up that I gave Misty before the show, I actually mentioned that Popeye's chicken would probably fucking come up, and here we are.
We're sponsored.
Good.
I can't help it.
That chicken sandwich, man. People went wild over that.
Here we are, fucking talking Popeye's Chicken Weekly at this point, man.
I would love that as another job where it'd be like,
right?
Food tester or just like making the sandwiches. Like, hey, we got to go into the lab and create something good. Because imagine the person who invented the double down, where people were like, probably like, oh, that's stupid. It's like, no,
right?
Take 2 pieces of chicken. That's the bread. Like, imagine that, like, like the equation on the wall. The chicken is bread.
Was there any ideas that were pitched between you two? And Steve is a really chill guy. Steve was just like, nah, just no.
I'm not a no guy.
I think I had an ending on it, like in the first draft, and it was really sad. It was just like, and then Santa dies and gets eaten by a polar bear. Like it was like really sad. And Steve's like, no, we have to actually, how about we give him some hope? And I was like, okay, fine. We kept it going.
Yeah, it's pretty much his best idea wins. Luckily we have pretty similar sensibilities, and it's more or less just like, is it worth arguing over? Is it worth this? It's like, no, what's the end game here? What are we working towards? And what are we trying to build? Because as long as we build something cool that people are like, hey, we want to come back for another one, or hey, we want to keep reading Steve and Misty's comics, I'm good with whatever. As long as it makes sense and as long as we both are agreeing about it. Because listen, it's 50-50. This is the first time working with a partner. I want to make sure that it's not like, oh, it has to be this, it has to be that. And it's like, no, it's we have to both agree.
Yeah. Also, sometimes you have a bad day when you're writing and you're just like, then this happened. And like, it's not the right vibe. It's not the right thing. So you just have to, when you are writing, you have to be open to, not so much, I don't know if it's really criticism, but it's
constructive. It's constructive.
Yeah, I would say it's constructive because listen,
fresh pair of eyes.
Yes, fresh pair of eyes definitely works, and Misty's definitely way better at like grammar and and things like that. So it definitely works out.
Ozzy, I would love doing maybe a variant cover. There you go. That would be
zombie.
That would be hilarious. But guys, you good to move on to the next segment?
Yeah. Speaking about arguments,
going off the rails. We apologize.
No,
we do that all the time.
We don't have rails.
There's no
we don't have rails. We just do rails. All right, let's go.
Yo,
there we go.
Yep. But to the regulars, guys, it's that time of the week. Booyah, it's Trade Center, baby.
Wait, hold on. Time out, BC. I just want to address one comment. Don't ever wish that upon me that I'm the Jared of Popeyes. We know how Jared's
he was touching the wrong kind of foot long.
Yeah, you don't want to be Jared.
Hyper's like, all right, guys, so good news, I'm a smoking. Bad news, I can't go 100 meters by school, so don't worry, Hype.
But before we get into the trades, we got the last member of the team here. He's out of his work meeting.
Boo this man.
I came before him this time.
Oh,
that's what she said.
Wow, I knew somebody was gonna do it.
Where's your hat?
There he is.
Where's your hat?
I'm wearing one too.
You get the memo, bro.
How's it going, guys?
How's it going?
Meet you, Steve, Misty. Thanks for being on the show, guys.
Thank you. Glad to have you
being on the show, dude.
Hello.
Everybody, this is Dude. This is everybody.
I'm so impressed with everybody's bandwidth. Like, I can't believe we're all
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Bro, that's all him. If this was me, it would be dead.
All right, so guys, for the next segment, as I said earlier, we put up trade scenarios and we asked the panel, the chat, what they would do in certain circumstances, favorite book, value, whatever it may be, but just to see what book you would lean towards in a trade scenario. And yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. We actually kept it themed around the majority of the books that you guys have, Steve, you've put out. So the books that we're gonna see, zombie themed. There's a sloth involved somewhere. That's all I'm gonna say. Awesome. And just paying tribute to Zombie Date Night. That guy's got probably the shittiest luck when it came to love. So the following trade scenario will also touch base on a character who's been horrible in that department. And ironically, one of those books kind of reminds me of Misty, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yo.
Right? But
hope it's a good one.
Yeah, no, it is. I think.
I see it
now.
As soon as you said it, I was like,
I see it now.
God damn, connection.
All right, so guys, scenario number 1. You ready?
Give her.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And to answer your question, your comment there, Tim, I got about 2.5 feet of snow. I finally got my car unstuck around 5 o'clock this evening.
Did your voice just crack? Are you all right?
Yeah.
He's nervous around these big time artists.
No.
We're legit now, guys.
You guys are legit.
Right.
Awesome.
Okay, so guys, in this scenario, you get Walking Dead #1, first appearance of Rick Grimes, Shane, Dwayne, and Morgan. Obviously, the first issue of the hit TV series we were just speaking about. This is a CGC 9.8. Current asking prices on eBay are over $4,500 for this.
Oh, wow.
God.
And what you got on the other side? What do you got on the other side? You got Ultimate Fantastic Four 22 and a pet sloth.
Yeah, more importantly, that's the important part right there.
Yep.
I love it.
Hold up. Now, everybody who knows this book, it's the origin and the first appearance of Marvel Zombies. But pet sloths actually range between $6,000 to $10,000.
Wow.
Did you know that? Now, guys, we're not encouraging this.
Sloth and zombies in the same place, and we're talking about this, and this is ridiculous. This is crazy.
Right. So in a scenario like this, what are you leaning towards? You keeping The Walking Dead? You trading for that sloth and Ultimate Fantastic Four? We'll start with Steve. Let's start with Steve.
Okay. This is a tough one because I was going to lean towards Walking Dead, but the fact that it has a sloth and a zombie, I might have to go towards Fantastic Four. I'm going through it. And I just read recently on Marvel Unlimited. I never was a big fan of Fantastic Four. I was like, it's just whatever. But then I started reading. I think it's called Just Four, and it's them like they lost their jobs. And I read the entire run, and it was pretty good. So I think I'm going to go with Ultimate Fantastic Four #22 and a pet sloth.
Dope.
All right.
Misty.
Okay, I'm gonna go Walking Dead #1. I like a first issue of something, and I'm a big fan of zombies, so I love the genre. I love the story. My cat probably would fight with the sloth, or maybe they'd be really good friends. Actually, I don't know. Actually, they might like each other, but she's like hostile, territory stuff the way cats are. So I'm gonna say Walking Dead.
Kick her from the stream.
No.
Come on, G.
Dude, talk to me.
Dude.
For me personally, I'm a personal collector. Me, it's all for the PC. What it comes down to for me, I watched Walking Dead just like everybody else. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was all right.
Finally.
I stopped after I think it was like season 3 or 4.
Damn, that's
I couldn't watch it anymore. But come on, guys, a pet sloth? Like, you can't go wrong with that.
Right.
I mean, the maintenance and the care of the sloth might be an issue, but like, you got a fucking pet sloth. Come on. So I'm going with
a good argument.
Yeah.
Hype train.
Well, look. As I mentioned to you before, I watched the Walking Dead series and I read the comics, and it might not be the first zombie comic, but I would say it's the comic that made zombie comics famous. And a pet sloth sounds enticing, but I can't get around the fact that, what was it earlier on the show? Someone mentioned it takes an eternity for them to shit themselves.
Yes.
No way.
I can see that being a bit of a road bump, like
What the fuck?
just in life. So for that reason, it just would be a bit of a nuisance. So I'm gonna have to just go.
Trying to go down this road, bro. Jesus.
No,
I'm going down. I'm just going with Walking Dead.
I love how what's making or breaking it for you guys is depending on how this sloth is gonna shit in your house.
No, because look. Here's the thing. Like when a pet dog or something has to go, it done. You pick it up, clean it, and then that's it.
Sure.
If this thing gets started, I basically have to cancel like my appointments for the rest of the day, apparently. So.
No, but you see it's coming for days, bro. You got preparation time, okay? You got prep time, proper planning.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, it just
Man, put a
like
diaper on the thing and move on.
Yeah. Sloth walking around the house in a diaper.
Diaper. I already got 2 in diapers, possibly 3.
I
can see that getting making that very agitated. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. The fact that I'm gonna be like, okay, are you done yet? Like, no. It's
nope,
like,
I'm going.
You too worried about his business. Let him do his thing.
He can do his thing. It's just that, like, fine. Like, can he clean up after himself? No. I'm the one that's gonna have to basically clean up after the mess. Problem is, I don't know if it's going to happen at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., or 11 p.m.
I'm scared to hear what Keys has to say next.
Well, I am also on that boat of I watched Walking Dead. Great show. Will the book maintain value? 110%. That's a strong following, man. It's not going to dip massively. That being said, though, Ultimate Fantastic Four with the Marvel zombies, man. Marvel zombies are always a fun idea, and it's always refreshing.
I can't believe that's that much. Like, it's a $10,000. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Walking Dead at least is a first issue. Like, this is, I just wouldn't think. It feels more recent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. BC. Yeah. What's the price on this book, by the way, man?
So that's the thing. Okay?
So logical about it.
The Ultimate Fantastic Four doesn't even sell for much, man. It's actually like I don't want to
consolation price with this.
Yeah, it's not too high, is it?
That's perfect.
No, it's not. But that is why, and like Dan DeLatorre was saying, it's funny how we're all swayed by a pet sloth, and it's
that's all it takes.
It makes
exactly.
That's my whole comic career.
I exactly. I really thought that Keys was gonna be the one to say it. I'll wait for Face. And then I'll speak my take. But
bro, I'm going with my boy Sid the Sloth, man. We're gonna ball out. I'm gonna put a chain on him. We're gonna just chill. You know how baller people come over replace me? Hey, check out my boy Sid. You know what I'm saying? Bro, he's gonna be Instagram famous and shit. I'm gonna make money from that too.
And he'll work at the DMV, so that's perfect.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes. Man. Oh,
So
really? I gotta go to Sloth. And he'll be on live streams. Just chilling.
Exactly. Be the mascot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Walking Dead, especially the comics. The shows have kind of gotten off the rails in later seasons and everything like that. But I digress. I love the comic. It was a great series. Big fan. I actually love Marvel zombies too. I mean, I'm a fan of zombies in general, and I have both of these books. And I'll trade both of these books to you for the pet sloth. So.
Yes. That's awesome.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yo, Michael Baker.
Oh, no.
Wait, so was it? Am I the only one that picked the Walking Dead sled?
So far. But hold on.
I think you're the only fucking lame-o.
Yep. So Ultimate Fantastic
You got to get the sloth topic.
I also picked it.
Okay, see? Okay, all right. I'm wrong.
Ultimate Fantastic 422 CGC in a 9/8, last sold for $533 Canadian. So the value amongst these books don't
Not
even
closer.
compare unless you throw in the Sloth, right?
Yeah, throw in the Sloth more money.
Knowing
Sloth, it's one-sided.
Yeah, knowing the passion that you guys in this panel have for comics, I was shocked that we went through this entire panel and not one of you said, "Oh, I'm taking the Sloth. I'm gonna flip him for $10,000."
I was thinking it too, bro. I was like, man.
Get 2 slots, yes.
Yeah.
Sell the comic, get 2 slots. It's pretty good. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, I think the lifespan on a Sloth is 30 years. It's a big commitment.
Oh wow.
Man, I mean, I could do the old man Sloth Logan type of
That's a lifelong friend right there. That's what that is.
Right?
For sure.
Right?
Listen, if he's this slow in his youth, how
you
slow is he going to be?
compare. You can't compare. But I really don't care for Ultimate Fantastic Four. I would be taking the Walking Dead because I do think it would go up in value. Although I think Sloths are the shit. I have 2 kids. I'm scared. I'm just scared.
They'll outrun him. Don't worry.
Fair point.
Yeah, no, I won't take that chance. But yeah, man. So we're 3 on Walking Dead. On the panel right now, we're 7 people. So I think Ultimate Fantastic Four won that one.
Not a Sloth won that one, bro.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah, the Sloth won that one.
Totally the Sloth. But yeah, man. So that was a fun one. And again, we're just having fun with it this week, especially, showing some love to Steve's previous work as well. But for the next one, and as I said earlier, there's something about these 2 books that I put up. Character sucks when it comes to the love department. And like I told you guys, one of these books, after meeting Misty today, totally reminds me of her. Guys, I'm sure some of you are going to agree. So let's go to the next one. Trade scenario number 2. Amazing Spider-Man 31, the first appearance of Gwen Stacy, Harry Osborn, and Miles Warren, who later becomes the Jackal. You have a 75 CGC copy. This is selling near $2,000 at the moment.
Jeez.
And then you've got Amazing Spider-Man 43, the first full appearance of Mary Jane Watson. You get the origin of Rhino. CGC copies are 9.0 in a 9.0 are selling for around $2,000. Now, guys, I know Mary Jane Watson, issue 41, 42, you see the face, you see this, you see that. This has been acknowledged as the first full, so this is the book we're putting up. So, yes, Misty, totally giving me Gwen Stacy vibes. In between these 2.
Just don't stand on anything high.
Please.
All
right. But yeah, man.
Do some neck exercises so you don't,
Gotcha.
And guys, like I said, Peter Parker.
Spoilers, guys. Goddamn.
Notorious for having the shittiest luck when it came to love. But yeah, which book you guys picking in between the 2? Steve, kick it off.
I love Spider-Man. That is my dream project. If I ever make it big in this comic world, I would love to write a Spider-Man story one day.
Oh, nice.
Love Spider-Man so much. So this one is a hard one for me because I like them both. Like I would want to have both of them in the collection, but I guess you got to go with Sloth. The other day, Slothman is coming to the big screen. I got to go with Gwen Stacy. I feel like more things are happening there. You got the Jackal, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I would probably go with that one, but the other one it's definitely a tough choice. So if Misty is Gwen Stacy, am I the Rhino? Is that what you're trying to
You could have went with Harry Osborn.
Yeah, I always said Harry, 100%. Or no. He could be the Goblin.
I'd be the Goblin, yes. I'd be the Jackal. I'd be the Jackal or the Goblin. But Peter Parker dating, I think, is an interesting idea for a comic. No Spider-Man stuff, just like, he hasn't met Mary Jane yet or Gwen Stacy, just on the apps. Like, what would that be like? I feel like he would be late to so many dates.
Right?
So he'd be hyper.
So many terrible areas.
I saw that coming.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he just you can't connect with him because he's got that secret life,
Yeah.
So
Aunt May would be he'd have a woman in his room and things are going well, and Aunt May comes in. He's like, damn it, like something would ruin his dating for all stories.
Not now, man.
Also, yeah, when they're living at home, like, it's kind of awkward sometimes. You're trying to date. It's just silence. Does nobody live at? You guys live at home?
No, I'm thinking about the awkwardness.
Yeah.
PTSD.
It's like, oh,
Visualizing.
no.
It's all coming back. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. So,
Also, Peter Parker doesn't have a lot of money either, so like she'd be like, look at all these these horrible date stories of like people. I remember hearing that people would go on these Tinder dates just to get like a free meal. So I would love to see Peter Parker just go and be like, this girl ordered like a full course meal and he can't afford it. Like, what does he do? I think that'd be really funny.
Whoa.
Well, he could
was
easily
he
escape.
a full meal on the first date?
Yeah.
Oh, just Cruz is saying he's getting Black Hat vibes from Misty.
Okay.
Yo, decent pick.
Because she stole my wallet.
All right, so Misty, no pressure, but which one you going?
Oh, this is tough. Okay, so if I was like holding these in my hands, I think I would. You would think Gwen Stacy. I like the art. I like the art on that cover a lot. It's like a little bit more vintagey. I'm into it. But I really like the story of the rhino on the rampage. Like, to me, that's like so funny. Like, I would love to see Spider-Man battle a rhino a little bit more than If This Be My Destiny, which is more like, it's more cryptic. I'm like, I don't know what's happening in this, so I'm going rhino. Also, because it's got that, it's got that kind of, when was this? The 70s? 74?
I want to say 60 something.
I think it's still in the 60s.
Yeah.
That font on the cover, that's reminiscent a lot of my favorite Marvel horror anthology. So I'd have to go with that just based on familiarity. And also the funniness of the story. Of Rhino on the rampage, that sounds entertaining.
Yeah. Hey,
that's a fair pick.
Steve, look, Moonlit. She says it too, man. I would totally read that comic.
That'd be hilarious.
Yo, it needs to happen.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, do it. DC, bring back like this stuff, the young romance, but have it be Peter Parker, like young superheroes trying to date.
Man, what was that weird ass comic about Spider-Man? I think it was called Trouble or something.
Oh, the one where they made Aunt May his secret mom or some bullshit like that.
No, that was whack. I remember that one. So if they could put out shit like that.
No, what about him killing Mary Jane with radioactive sperm, man? That was fucking.
What? That's a real.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man Rain.
You have to tell us about this.
Spider-Man Rain.
That shit was crazy.
Oh.
Listen, if that could exist, we have a good shot of making it to a big public.
That's,
oh yeah,
100%.
That's like a next level of VD.
Right.
Yo,
it's all bad.
I always wanted to. If I would write a Spider-Man comic, I would do where Aunt May gets bit and it's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I'd read that. That'd be good.
Peter Parker just like does not have self-confidence.
No.
Like, he doesn't have the confidence to get the girl. He's got
because he can't hold down a job.
That's
he always gets fired.
The economy is tough for a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Comic.Dood, talk to me, baby.
All right. So, I made a little list for these two here. So, number one, Gwen Stacy over Mary Jane.
Okay.
Oh my man, yeah. Here we
Number
go.
two, in Amazing Spider-Man 31, you got those three first appearances, whereas you just get Mary Jane and Origin of the Rhino on the other one.
Yeah.
Number three, I'm drawn a little bit more to that 31 cover. Like you said, Misty, it's a little more vintage. It's just, I don't know, it's got that retro look to it. I love it. And number four, this is a 7.5 selling for nearly $2,000, where it's a 9.0 for 43, around the same price. So I don't know. I'm drawn to the 31. There's a lot more potential there. And Harry Osborn, man, that was my shit back in the day.
I always wondered with the Osborns, like why their hair was drawn like that, because it just looks it's just like the red with like
right.
It's like
dreadlocks.
Whose hair is this? Who looks like this?
Bro, those are sick waves. What do you mean?
They're not natural, man.
No, sometimes it looks
it's
like
the do-rag, man. It's the
it looks
Robin
like
do-rag they wear.
I would do a comic of just that, or just like Norman Osborn doing his hair in the morning.
Doing
like,
his hair every morning.
Yeah, every morning. Like he has a
Exactly.
specific thing that he does. You know, he puts in it. Like that would be the whole comic.
he's going through like a reggae phase or something.
Yeah, he has a reggae face.
But yeah, those are the reasons I'm going with 31, definitely.
Gotcha. Hype. Tell me, Hype.
All right. You know what? Contrary to what Dude said, I actually prefer the cover for 43 more than 31.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like.
Lame.
You can get your turn. I just like the more dynamic action that's happening in 43 compared to, and there's just a little bit. You know, it might sound sacrilege. It just finds like there's a bit more wasted space on 31 compared to 43.
Sure.
And between the two, you know, women in Spider-Man's life, Mary Jane was more of the anchor to Peter Parker than Gwen Stacy. She
fell to her death.
Well, I was going to say she didn't really stick around to
you didn't give her a chance, Hyper.
Yeah, give her a break.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ouch.
But yeah. So for those two reasons, I'm swinging towards ASM 43.
Did you do that pun purposely? That you're
you did. That was
No,
good.
the dad jokes and the puns, I'm leaving it to you.
All right, there you go. All right, so you went 43.
Yeah.
All right, Keys.
Yo, this is no debate, man. Harry Osborn's waves alone push me towards 31. But that cover is absolutely fire on 31, man. Like this is like negative cover before negative covers were a thing. Like it looks so nice. I can only imagine this in real life. Gwen Stacy's a baddie. Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now. Yeah, okay, everybody loves the loyal Mary Jane, but I gotta go with the baddie on this one. And plus, she spawned like Gwen. Like Gwen's hot right now, right? There's Gwen this, Gwenum, Spider Gwen, this Gwen. I don't even the whole Gwen verse now coming out.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with 31. Like both personal and both. If you want to look at it investment wise as well, I'll go that way too. But on two tiers, 31 wins this one, man.
Oh yeah.
I also got to say with Spider-Man's love life, I feel like if he dated like a Puerto Rican girl, she would not put up with any of that shit. She'd be like, "You're late. You're not gonna."
No, she wouldn't.
I think that'd be great for him.
I think it would too. That would whip him into fucking shape.
Slap him around.
Right, he'd be catching ass whooping.
Those spider senses are just nonstop.
It's always.
He'll see you spending a lot more time at the library than coming home. You'll be like, I don't want to deal with this when I got back.
I see you on the news swinging around, like. And I also love with Rhino, like I feel like whenever I think of Rhino, I think it's like Sylvester Stallone as Rhino. It's like, well, I need a cool suit because I'm a Rhino, like because he just in that suit. In that specific suit, not the robot one. It's like pajamas, right? He's just a strong guy. He just had a horn on. He could just put the horn on. He doesn't need the whole suit. What do you need the whole suit? That's gonna hinder your performance, right? Like when you're fighting people, that shit's gonna
right.
Like he's it's like, well, he's a spider. Like Spider-Man has a cool costume, but he's not. He doesn't have like giant spider leg. I mean, later on, I guess, but he's not like the Rhino, where it's like I'm gonna put the horn and I'm gonna put the full getup on. Like Spider-Man is just has a cool suit. Like, all right, webs. That's it. That's the aesthetic. That's it. We don't need like crazy arms or tarantula eyes or anything like that.
All I can think of is Ace Ventura coming out of the damn Rhino's ass. That's all I can think of when I see Rhino, man.
That's
in the 90s.
Yo, that was oh man, I'm not even gonna say it. I was gonna say that was the shit, but I stopped.
Well, you can't go wrong with either one of these books. I mean, they're both very early run, Amazing Spider-Man, so they're a great piece for any collection. And I think ultimately it just comes down to who you're more a fan of personally. Mary Jane is hugely important in Peter Parker's life, and of course, on the other hand, so is Harry Osborn. For that supporting character factor, and Gwen Stacy as well. Even though obviously she died, so she was important for her part. Rhino is a classic Spider-Man villain, but you've had Harry Osborn, who's played that role as Green Goblin for a while too, which is another classic Spidey villain. And you got Miles Warren, who's the Jackal, which is maybe not as classic as like the Rhino or Green Goblin, but he still makes the list.
Yo, especially with the whole spider clone shit.
Right, exactly.
I feel like we're gonna get to him at some point, the Jackal, because like
you would think so.
Everybody already, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, eventually, I would love to see them touch on that. Maybe not do the storyline the same way, but some.
No, you can't do that now. The 16 to 17.
Right.
Feature. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but just give us a nice little shout out to the storyline. But for me personally, ultimately, it comes down to the Gwen Stacy appearance. She's Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, whatever. So that's the one that I'm going to lean towards. And I tend to like that cover a little better. So,
sorry, which one, Face?
31. I mean, like I said, just Gwen is Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, and I kind of lean towards that cover a little more personally, just because it's kind of one of those classic ones. Whereas, the Rhino is too, but that red cover for 31 just stands out. So
yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys. I don't even think I need to tell you guys, but everybody here knows I'm a fangirl when it comes to Spider-Man. I go crazy when anything Spidey, and these earlier books, I don't own either of them. I wish to own both. But breaking it down, like many of the points you guys brought up, issue 31 does have way more power to it when it comes to the first appearances. You got Gwen Stacy, Harry Osborn, just those two names alone. You can't, you can't pass up on that. Where you're looking at MJ now, like Hyper said, the anchor for Peter Parker. That went forever with Peter, and that was the woman he was meant to be with. Right, but if I gotta go between these two books, I actually think the cover of 31. I apologize. I know some of you said you love it. I think it's trash. I don't like it.
He's actually with me on this one.
Wow,
he's actually with me on this one.
It's like the competition is like a little off center. So you have.
So would you throw that cover off of a bridge?
Right. I wouldn't even try to save it.
I'd jump after it.
I wouldn't even try to save it. I just let it go. That's it. I'm done.
You sound fucking crazy.
Now I know why you're wearing matching outfits tonight.
There you go. But it's cover wise, like I said, I think it's trash. I would obviously lean towards 43 if it was based on the cover. But of these two books, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to not look at the cover.
Wow.
And go with 31.
Matt Murdock over here, you blind son of a.
Yeah, totally. I'm going Daredevil, but it just packs way more of a punch. There's way more behind that book, so that's the particular book I would be going for. I'd love to have that shit in my PC, although I don't think I'd be displaying it too much with that cover, right? So just come over and be like, yo, look, cool book, eh? Put it away. Cool book, right?
PC's gonna get the audible
play that thing proudly.
Just pulls out the top part of the CGC out of his bin. Yeah, first appearance. Yeah, you don't.
It's kind of nice though. Like it has that imperfection that it would have when it would be first starting out. Because not everything is like glossy and perfect, and it's like still a little unsteady. So there's a little bit of beauty in that, and like the old look when it wasn't so perfect.
Yeah. That's literally how.
Yeah. Exactly.
I remember, Keys. You remember when your mom told you that?
Ouch!
I was there. I'm just kidding.
Oh
no.
But yeah, man. I agree. Keys, I'm playing, but between the two, like I said, I would go 31. It seems like we were pretty split there, though. Let's just rerun it. I went 31. Steve, you went with 31 as well.
Yes.
Misty, you went 43. Dude, 31. Hype.
43.
43?
Yeah.
God dang.
I actually stuck with my opinion and I went with 43.
Okay.
I didn't flip flop like you did.
You're calling me out.
Ooh. Shade.
Yeah. I hate it when couples fight.
Keys 31. Right? Keys, you went 31.
Oh, yeah, 31 all day.
Yeah,
All day.
Face.
31.
So 31 wins it on the panel.
That's
It
unanimous.
seems like the chat felt the same way. But yeah, man. So, guys, that's Trade Center. That's
Awesome.
pretty much
That was
it.
a lot of fun.
That's fun.
Yeah. We just throw that shit up every week. I'm actually gonna take this out so we can see
Yeah,
Misty.
yeah.
But
Oh, there you go.
but
You
yeah,
could just
guys.
move her too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No,
But,
keep it on the top. There we go. On top.
but guys, I just wanted to say thank you again for coming and hang out. I had a great time. Loved hearing about the project and what's to come. I'm even more hyped about it now. You know how we feel. We don't even feel like we're pumping your book. We're asking you genuine questions as fans simply because
We're fans.
we just love the stuff you guys pump out, man. So thank you for coming. And chat, like I said, I'll say it again. If you haven't yet, do go check it on Kickstarter. There's only 12 days left. So 12 days left to secure yourself a copy. Like Steve was saying, once this passes, he knows how many books he's got to put in, right? That's pretty much how it works. So yeah, man, go lock him down, man, because these are dope reads. I honestly had a great time reading them, and I strongly encourage it. So yeah,
The printing
days,
quality,
man.
it's beautiful too, man. So
Yeah.
keep using that printer, wherever the hell it is.
Yeah. So guys, the description in our video, the links are there. Go sub them up. Go check them on Instagram. Go hit up Kickstarter. Support. Show some love. And yeah, man, thank you guys for coming to hang out. Another thing I do wanna put out there. Next week, we have our 250 subscriber giveaway show. We passed 250 a few weeks ago. But it's
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yep.
Moving
Thanks.
on up.
We're getting there. But
Yeah.
the show's taking place next Monday, 7 p.m. ish. I'm going to put
Eastern
emphasis on the ish. So come and hang out. There's tons of shit being given out. We have contributions by many people. Slabs to be won as well. Iron Man 169, 170, 9. I believe 94 is Face. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
I believe
Yep.
so. Yeah.
Yep. But there's slabs being given away. Some crazy stuff contributed by plenty of people here, and we appreciate it. So come hang out. And guys, side note, I don't know how crazy it'll get because
Oh,
it's also Hyper's birthday bash next Monday.
It's not going to be crazy like
Yeah,
Oh yes, it will. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so come hang
if
out.
you ain't drinking, I'll drink for us. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, we know you will.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And another thing, guys, normally we have somebody take, over on our intro and rip us, make fun of us, plug themselves, whatever it may be. Tonight, Martin Luther King Day. So we definitely skipped out on that. But if you'd like, do submit your intro videos, man. comickingpins@gmail.com. You guys, that's your opportunity to plug yourself, roast us. Have a great fucking time. We don't give a shit. You know how
We're
we are.
serious, like roast. Yes.
Hell yeah.
We look forward to seeing the videos. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly,
That
man.
shit makes
Send
my
them through.
day.
I love it, man. Guys, anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Just saying thank you for having us. Thank you to everybody reading. Thank you to everybody who's just supporting independent comics. I love that we get to talk to comic fans about our comics, and keep on going, and check out for watch out for Misty Graves. Misty Graves is next. She is on her rise to the top, so this might be the last time me and her are on a show together because she might get too big. That might be it.
Oh shit. Well, we wish you guys the best. Misty, Steve, we're all here supporting you, and we wish you guys the best of luck, man.
Thank you,
guys. That being said, Hyper, do you want to sign us out or?
Okay, I gotta tailor it to this. All right, so let me think. All right, so listen. If it's too loud inside and there's too many sloths running around your house, I don't know why they'd be running their sloths. And you need to read your book and you need to find a quiet place.
Oh no.
Visit your local library.
Fire, like always.